You're actually going to say it this time, right?
I'm actually going to say it this time.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're doing live cold opens.
Okay.
And I am going to leave this bit in there because I left in all of the you laughing about it and being like, you didn't say it.
I know.
In the last one. So I
Oh, great. Oh, no. Anyways. This is going to be fun.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 2, The Revenge Rounds. This is Fun Facts with
Melanie Roberts. So nervous. I was like, I have to listen intently.
So for those of you who don't know, the revenge rounds are where the guests from last season are coming back to exact their revenge on me for all of the facts I brought them. They have brought their own facts this time, and to see if they can stump me. So Melanie, whenever you're ready, give me the categories you got.
Okay, the categories are local, potpourri, and swearing.
Local to what?
To our hometown.
Okay. You know what? I feel like local's gonna be the easy category for me. So let's start with potpourri.
Okay, so potpourri. The movie Zoolander was loosely based on the murder of Gianni Versace in 1997 when a fashion model was brainwashed into sneaking into Versace's house and strangling him in his sleep. Or 2, Robert Lopez, a songwriter and co-creator of The Book of Mormon and Avenue Q, was the youngest person to EGOT, earn an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award at 39. Or a cat has 18 toes, 5 in front, 4 in rear. However, polydactylism can occur, giving a newborn cat as many as 28 toes.
Okay, so I know about polydactyl cats.
I know.
Because you've had some polydactyl cats.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure the Robert Lopez fact is true as well.
See, I was nervous about doing that one because I was like, that's Cassidy's world. He introduced me to Avenue Q.
But I can't verify that, like, that's his actual age is my problem. So that one could be false. But I have only ever vaguely seen bits of Zoolander, so I have no clue what that's about.
Well, I do have I have hints 50-50.
Yeah, what is the hint on this category?
Cats with toes, sing-song pros, and a broken nose. The violent one has got to goes.
Okay, so then I'm gonna go with Zoolander being false.
Yep, you're correct.
Oh.
Zoolander was not based in this event at all. Versace was unfortunately killed by a spree killer who shot him in the head. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Who shot them in the head just outside their door. According to the FBI, what?
Why wouldn't you think you could say that?
I don't know. It's violent and it's
I blatantly say fuck on the show all the time.
Yeah, I know, but some, like, That's a graphic.
I mean, it gets the big E. They're all marked explicit content, even if they're not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Versace was shot outside his door by a spree killer. According to the FBI, the killer had an obsession over him, but no connection to the fashion industry.
Hmm.
Yep. And then Robert Lopez, you are correct with that one. John Legend was the next youngest.
Can you believe that Alan Menken only recently EGOT'd?
That seems...
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Alan Menken and Robert Lopez both EGOT'd this year.
Weird. He got
Not
it.
in 2020. I think 2019.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. This is all a 1 year for me.
Yeah, I know. But it's 2021, Cassidy.
It's 2021 now. Yeah. Thank goodness.
Yeah, so Lopez completed it at the youngest age, but in the shortest span as well. 10 years. Ouch.
Nice.
Yep. Ow.
And then...
Sorry. And then cats can be born with extra toes on any number of its paws. So it can be extra toes on one paw or 3, however many. And then its genetically inherited trait is most commonly found on the east coast of North America and southwest England and Wales. And then Spencer says, according to Spencer, household cat expert, this does not diminish the cat's standing as a good boy or girl.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Spencer, household cat expert. He should know that I will be referring to him in that title for his episode.
Oh, good. I won't tell him.
Spencer, household cat expert.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So do you want swearing or local?
We'll go with swearing.
Okay. Oh, goodness. When a swear word is depicted with a series of symbols instead of letters, such as in a cartoon speech bubble, it's called Gaulix. In Brazil, swearing is considered a crime against honor and can be punished by up to 6 months in prison. Or the phrase, pardon my French, is thought to be originated in 1920 by station 8MK in Detroit. The host believed that listeners would not have a good ear for French if they were expecting an English broadcast.
just for fun, what's the hint on this category?
No.
No?
I thought this was going to be too easy, so I didn't write one.
Okay. I'm going to go with the last one being bullshit. And the reason is there is actually a phrase in French that is the equivalent of pardon my English for when French people are swearing.
That's hilarious.
And because French took over England for quite a while, and that phrase has existed for a long time, the likelihood that the actual phrase bled over into English and was just changed by the English to make fun of the fact that it was in French is higher than it would be for some random radio broadcaster to have coined it.
I'm going to start saying pardon my English now.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I thought that was going to be easier because, like, Detroit is near Canada and there's a large population of multilingual people there.
I'm still going to go with it. We'll be right back after these messages. Has this ever happened to you?
Mom, can you read me a bedtime story?
I'm sorry, Daniel. I have a very important deadline for work that I have to meet. Maybe tomorrow.
Okay, good night.
Happy New Year! Happy birthday!
Mom, can you read me a bedtime story?
Not right now, Daniel. I'm very busy. Maybe next week.
But... Fine, good night.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Mom, can you read me a bedtime story?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, whatever you need.
Mom, did you even hear me? Mom. Mom.
What?
Can you read me a bedtime story?
Stop! I'm always so busy and too tired from work that I don't have time to read for myself, let alone my kids. Where has the time gone? I could have been reading to my kids.
Are you too tired or busy that you don't have time to read to your kids, let alone yourself?
Uh-huh.
Do you wonder where the time has gone and wish you could have read more to your kids?
Yes!
Then do I have a podcast for you. Introducing Good Night, a podcast full of stories. Our narrator puts their 20 years of theater experience into bringing public domain stories to new life. Beginning on May 2nd at 6 p.m., tune in Sunday through Thursday evenings to hear a new chapter of some of our favorite classics for the whole family, like Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, or even throwing in some saucier classics for adults only, like Jane Austen's Lady Susan.
Now Daniel's happy because he gets to have a story read to him, and I'm happy listening. It helps me relax before bedtime. Thanks, Good Night, for helping my family have a good night.
Good Night, a podcast full of stories. Disclaimer. This is a limited series. There may be times when we are off-air between when books are being released and recorded. Not all books are appropriate for all people. Recommended ages will be in the description of the first chapter. Parents are responsible for vetting the content their kids listen to. All books read by this podcast are in the public domain. This means they are out of copyright in the United States of America. If you are not in the United States of America, please know your own country's copyright laws before continuing. This podcast is not responsible for any fines incurred by listening to the book in a country where they may still be under copyright. For more information about the public domain or for our source of books, please visit Gutenberg.org. That's Gutenberg.org. And now back to the show.
You're correct. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot to say that. You're correct. Yeah. The usage of the phrase, pardon my French, was found as far back as 1830 in print. They wrote, bless me, how fat you've grown. Absolutely as round as a ball. You will soon be as, oh goodness, I should have looked at pronunciations. In bon point, excuse my French, as your poor dear father, the major. Where in bon point is French for plumpness. French is also used to convey the obscene remarks such as French letter, condom, or French sick, genital herpes. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, another fact is in France, it's actually known as I can't remember how the exact phrasing is, but it's English kissing.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than French kissing.
Yeah. Because the English are boring.
No, like tonguing is English kissing.
Yeah. I don't know what I thought you meant, but yeah. So, but yeah, okay. Anyways, so the first one, the swear called the Gallics, there are quite a few words for the symbol. Goodness, I should have had more coffee this morning. There are quite a few words for the symbols used in cartoons, including depicting emotions, emoticons, and words not fit into print. Depicting swear words as symbols is very common, and those symbols are then called Gallixes. For the record, A cloud of dust behind a fast-moving object is called a briffet. Circles representing dizziness are called squeens, and lines drawn around the head to show shock or surprise are called emanta. Emanta, yeah. Sorry.
Nice.
I thought I said that wrong. Yeah.
Nice.
There's words for everything. Who knew?
Comic book writers.
Yep. Also, English majors.
English majors.
Yep. And then the swearing in Brazil. There's no specific law against swearing in Brazil. However, swearing can be considered a crime against honor. Depending on the severity, the judge may sentence the offender up to 3 months if the offense was demeaning or used elements of projected categories such as race, color, ethnicity, religion, origin, age, or disability.
So essentially, it can be considered part of a hate crime.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. And then the sentence could go up to 6 months if the insult offends their dignity or decorum.
Nice.
Yep.
So what are you drinking?
Coffee.
I have Irish breakfast tea because I was too lazy to make coffee, and it's the next most caffeinated thing in my house.
Nice. I just reheated the coffee I made last night and then put sugar and hot chocolate in it.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
makes
'Cause
sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. You have one more category. Do you want
Yeah.
to do it, or do you just want to announce that you're a winner?
No. Keep categorizing. Oh, I'm dying over here. I accidentally
No,
breathed wrong.
You can't do that. Ben, help him.
I have my headphones in. That's
Oh.
you're going to have to scream much louder than that. Please do not. I have my headphones in.
I'll just I have nothing. But anyways, so your last category is local, and I think you'll get a kick out of this. Okay. So Tim Allen was arrested in 1978 for cocaine possession with intent to sell, but had his sentence reduced by ratting out his partner, leading to 21 other arrests. 2. Michigan was officially admitted to the Union in 1837, only 2 years after the Treaty of Chicago, which formally ended the Toledo War, even though it wasn't actually a war. Or 3. Climax, Michigan, the first Michigan community to receive rural free delivery mail service from the U.S. Post Service.
Wow. You managed to make this hard.
I wanted you to win.
So, well, I mean, I already did. But the I know that the Tim Allen one is at least partly true. I don't know about the rest of the details. I do know that Tim Allen was arrested for cocaine possession with intent to sell. He was arrested on the campus of Western Michigan University. And they actually have a picture of him in one of the halls because he's the most famous person who's ever gone to Western, even though he was only there for a couple semesters before being arrested. And then he wasn't allowed back after that. But I don't know any of the details in between there. What was the second one?
Michigan was officially admitted to the Union in 1837, only 2 years after the Treaty of Chicago, which formally ended the Toledo War, even though it wasn't actually a war.
I do know that Michigan was admitted 2 years after the Toledo War, but I cannot verify that it was in that particular year, because I just don't know. But the reason I know that Michigan was admitted after the Toledo War was because the Toledo section of Ohio and the state of Michigan were Ohio and what would become Michigan were fighting over it. I'm explaining this to anybody who doesn't know because they don't live in Michigan and aren't mad about it.
And aren't mad about
Toledo is ours. It belongs to Michigan. Ohio needs to suck it up.
Ohio just needs to suck it up in general and get their shit together.
Ohio needs to build something other than cornfields. Like, have you ever driven through Ohio?
Yeah, those
Ugh.
are two states I hate driving through because when we lived in Tennessee, those were our only routes to get back to Michigan.
Ohio takes forever to drive through. So long. Anyways, there's the section around Toledo that if you look at a map of the United States and you look actually at like the border between Michigan and Ohio, there's this weird like spot where it just like chinks. I don't know how to like, there's a chunk, just small little sliver of Michigan that's just missing, that went to Ohio, and that's Toledo. And in exchange for giving that little section of Toledo to Ohio, they said that we could have the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, which was being minorly claimed by both, is it Wisconsin that's right next to us?
Yes.
And Canada.
No.
Wisconsin and Canada were both claiming that. And Wisconsin was like, you know what? We really don't want it anyways. It's just kind of there. There's a lot of mosquitoes. And Canada was like, if you have to do it to solve a war between your two territories, I guess. And that's how we got the UP, is we gave up Toledo for the UP. And I mean, like, you know what? We got the better end of that deal, but I'm still mad that we had to give up Toledo for it.
Well, I mean, Wisconsin can keep it and Canada can have Alaska.
Right. Definitely Canada can have Alaska. In fact, if Canada wants to take over the rest of the United States and give us universal health care, that'd be great. I'd definitely appreciate that.
If I ever move to Canada and become a resident, I'll sponsor you.
Right. And I don't remember what the last one was either because I've been talking too long.
Climax, Michigan was the first Michigan community to receive rural free delivery mail service from the USPS.
That could be entirely true. But here's the problem. I don't think Climax is that old.
You're hilarious.
Oh, is Climax that old? I thought that that like Mendon was significantly older than Climax, and I know that Mendon has had a post office for a very long time.
Well, you're just gonna have to guess and find out.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I already won, so I'm gonna go with the Climax one being false, even if it's true. I'm gonna go with that one.
You're incorrect. It's the treaty one. Yep. The Toledo War was a minor boundary dispute between Ohio regarding Toledo and the Western Upper Peninsula. The admission into statehood was delayed because of this dispute, which was settled in 1835. However, the Treaty of Chicago had nothing to do with it. In 1821, the Treaty of Chicago was actually the secession of a large portion of the lower peninsula of Michigan to the United States from the Council of Three Fires.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah, so basically you already said all of that.
Yeah.
Which is why I was confused as to why you didn't guess it.
Because I couldn't verify the dates, and I didn't know if you were trying to be tricky like me, throwing in random dates.
Correct. Yeah. Okay, and then the Climax, Michigan one was until the late 19th century, residents of rural areas had to travel to a distant post office to pick up their mail or to pay for delivery by a private carrier. Rural free delivery, RFD, was tried in 1891 and put into full service in 1896. In 1916, the government even paid for rural post roads to be built to facilitate the RFD service.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And then the Tim Allen one, it's really funny because Spencer works at this international airport now. So in October 1978, Tim Allen was arrested at the Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport for attempting to sell 1.4 pounds of cocaine to a narcotics officer for $43,000. His testimony against his partner reduced his sentence and reportedly resulted in the arrest of 21 others. He served 28 months in federal corrections institution in Sandstone, Minnesota. So I'm sitting in my office, which is trash right now because we don't have shelves up yet. I'm just looking at all of my craft supplies and thinking, how did I let it get this bad?
The answer was craft supplies.
Yeah. There's
No, that's how you let it get that bad.
I know. And the other problem is that, like, it's also beautiful.
Again,
Like,
because craft supplies.
I know.
Okay.
Did you see my video though of me showing like not even a quarter of my craft supplies to the look at this stuff? Isn't it neat?
No, not yet.
I'll send it to you. It's
Okay.
glorious.
All right. Well, thank you for coming and trying to stump me. I mean, you did at least once, so did a good job.
Numbers. I just gotta remember next time numbers.
Numbers are not great.
Numbers stump Cassidy.
Numbers stump me. Yes. Yeah. So thanks for coming on. This show is recorded, produced, directed, and edited by Connor J. Cassidy, with music by Sounds Like Sanders. Our podcast is hosted on podserve.fm, and our music was found via soundstripe.com. Please follow us on all social media at FunFactsWith, and if you like the show, consider supporting us on Patreon. Thank you very much for listening, and until next time, have a nice day.